So, aloha, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. And it looks like my audio is on and video is good. Okay, great. So, if you could put down your human design type and your profile. Aloha, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. If you know it. And that way people can connect in the comment section. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a 2-4 projector too, right? And then you can connect on your experiences according to your type. Okay, so if you don't know your type and you're completely brand new to human design, then go down to my information box and click get your free chart. And it's always there. And it's a good idea to have your chart and your loved one's chart too, so you can learn more about human design and learn more about these transit programs. Okay. So today I want to talk about the lunar eclipse. We're heading to the eclipse season, which is a big deal. And I'm sure if you follow astrology, you are going to, you're aware of this already, right? But this is from a different perspective. Okay, so where do we want to start here? Well, the eclipse season. So this is March 24th, March 24th, or the 25th. Depends where you are in the world, right? Okay, so this is the full moon Libra eclipse right here. And you can see the sun is in the 17.2, and then the moon is in the 18.2. And then it correlates to this Two of Swords. So we're going to talk about that. Like, why did you say that we have to make an important choice? Well, it's in the chart. It's totally in the chart. So the full moon eclipse, right, on March 24th, 25th, wherever you are in the world, it's about letting go of something. So eclipses are powerful energies and they're very fated. So if you've been dragging your heels on something about letting go, like this should not be a surprise to you with this lunar eclipse, what you need to let go of. And it's going to relate to your relationships, because it's in the karmic axis of Aries, which is the self, and then Libra, which is the other, right? The other person. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like your romantic, intimate relationship. It could be a friend, a work colleague, sibling. It could be a boss, a supervisor, someone, and even someone in your life. So it's not necessarily like, oh, I let go of the person, but okay, that can happen definitely. But also it can be dynamics, right? Dynamics have to change and shift, and you need to let go of them. So this is a real time of a release of our karmic relationships. Our karmic relationships are getting purged, right? So this time that we're in right now, it's really about purifying your soul. It's a purification of your soul. So yes, this lifetime, we've been on a soul's journey. We can't even measure it, right? It's eternal. It's beyond time, but it goes way beyond this incarnation. You've been on this soul's journey for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, on and on and on. And it's been this journey of purification, right? So this eclipse is about you throwing off. Your soul is throwing off some old dynamics, right? Some old karmic relationships. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that before we step in here, okay, and get deeper in here. So you heard this number before, I'm sure, right? This 144,000. You hear this, right? The 144,000 chosen people. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's not like individual people, but there's 144,000 templates in total. So each one of us belongs to a template, 144,000 templates. So you could also call this template your fractal line, right? Your fractal line. And these are the groups and people that you incarnate with. These are your soul allies, basically, right? These 144,000 templates. So you belong to one of these. So what happens is, so I did the math here just for fun. So this is considering 8 billion people on the planet. There's 55.5 million souls that are on your fractal line, So what we've been in, right? Remember that we're closing up a 400-year cycle, the cross of planning, and we're moving into the cross of the sleeping phoenix in 2027. And that we've been building up. This is the last epoch that we're moving through. We've got many, like way beyond our lifetime when the epoch finally like closes. But we're in the final cycle. We're in one of the cycles within that epoch, right? So up until then, we've been on this evolutionary process of the human species. And so what we needed, especially before 2027, right? 2027 is a big year. This is when this new 400-year cycle begins, is we had a lot of karmic debt to pay. So yes, you've got your own personal karma with what's a simple way to say it? It's like a action effect, right? Action consequence. That's just what karma is. You've got your own personal karma, but then you've got your karmic debts of your ancestors, right? So your ancestors go and they leave behind some karma, right? And we inherit that through our DNA. So we have to pay off this karma for our ancestors plus our personal karma, right? So we had to get to a certain level and frequency on the planet for this mutation, right? There's a huge mutation that's going to be taking place on humanity, for this new age. And so you've got all these different templates, and this is where the conflict comes in, right? And the karma is that we end up being genetically attracted to people that are not on our template. They're not on our fractal line at all, right? So you may have asked yourself that, like, and especially now, like 2024 is a huge relationship theme is going on. And okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself there. Okay, I'll go back. I just want to keep this simple, right? So you've got all these lines, and so we're attracted to people that are outside of our fractal line. And this is where the conflict happens and the disharmony and all of this. But what's the point of this? Is genetically, it was about clearing that karma of our ancestors, right? Clearing that karma of our ancestors. So now this lunar eclipse is good news because it's starting the process like big time, right? So it's going to remove these karmic relationships, disentangle you from these karmic relationships. You'll be able to see again. It's like you've had this cloud over your eyes that you couldn't see, you didn't understand. That's all going to be lifted and removed during this time. Right? So this was just about a purification process because now we have enough diversity on the planet to go through this huge mutation, right? For 2027 and beyond and into the Aquarian age. So how do you know if someone's on your fractal? This is very, very quick in a nutshell, right? So you've got your Dharmic relationships. These are your soul tribe people. These are the people that are on your fractal line. And then you got your karma mates, right? And the karma mates, your body is going to tell you. Your body will show you if it's a karma mate. And the karma mate, it's like you're a little bit on edge. No matter how long you've known them, you're just a little bit on edge. There's this undercurrent of fear, the frequency of fear within your body. Your body can't fully feel comfortable when that person is around, right? That's a good sign. That's a karma mate. They pull you away from your authenticity, no matter how much you try. And you've done a lot of inner work, right? To be yourself, to be your authentic self. Maybe you've studied human design and astrology and all these done a lot of workshops and self-development work, right? But still, I'm around this person and I get pulled away. Like I turn into someone different. The insecurities come up, right? The fears come up. The people-pleasing dynamics come up. Also a good sign that that person's a karma mate, right? There's a compulsion, right? There's a compulsion. I can't stop thinking about this person. They're in my head. They're renting my head rent free. They're in my head rent free, right? But there's this compulsion. It feels like you have no control, right? When you're in relationship with this person. There can be insecurity, right? Those fears, those deep, deep insecurities can come up. The mind games come up. The manipulation comes up. Can't really trust them. There's something within you. It's like, I can't fully trust that person. There's inequality, right? There's an inequality. There's a power imbalance with the karma mate. Either you have power over them or they have power over you, or you flip-flop back and forth in these relationships. There's always an element of sacrifice. And this is not big S sacrifice. Big S spiritual sacrifice is I'm surrendering my lower self to my higher self. I'm surrendering my animal self, my ego to the higher self, to the divine. That's the true meaning of sacrifice, spiritual sacrifice. This is low frequency sacrifice, and this is sacrificing a piece of your authenticity for the relationship, for that other person. And you can see all these things are part of our propaganda, our relationship propaganda. All of these things are glorified in our media, right? Our movies and our songs and things like this. I was weak at the knees, right? All those things. I was having this visceral response of fear because this person is karma mate, right? They're not a true dharma mate. So this is all the other stuff that we've got to let go of. Remember, all these institutions are going down for the cross of the sleeping phoenix. We're coming into truth, authentic truth. So all of this propaganda has to go. Okay, so you don't want to be doing this. You know that you're doing this when you're sacrificing. This does not prove that you love someone. Oh, I sacrificed my dreams. I sacrificed my authenticity for this relationship. No, this is applauded with the NPCs, right? And the sheep on the planet. No, 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 no. So moving out of your core, you move out of your core, you start to doubt yourself, right? You don't trust yourself. That just completely goes away. This is another, gives your power over. Give your power over to that karma mate. And then the dope ego hit. This is the dopamine hit, right? So this is what we're taught, that love is an emotion. Love is an emotion. And what do human design, what do emotions do? They move. They move up and down. I love that person. I feel really good right now around them. They're making me feel this, right? Do you see how you're putting your power over to the external? They're making me feel so good, so it must be love. You're just getting a dope hit. Then your wave is down. They're not around, right? It's, I hate them. What are they up to? I'm jealous. They're cheating on me. And it's up and down. And we're taught that this is love. This is not love. This is emotionality. And it's a dopamine hit. And the ego loves dopamine hits, right? Because you're up and down, up and down, up and down like a yo-yo. And it's always attachment, right? There's always some kind of attachment to this form of love. This is karma, karma, and it's unfinished business, right? That you have with the karma mate. And the unfinished business is basically, you've got to learn the lesson. You have to learn a powerful spiritual lesson in this lifetime with your karma mate, right? So you need to look at it like that. Maybe you're in a relationship like this right now, right? It's like, what am I learning? And that person isn't necessarily a formal teacher. They usually aren't, right? Karma mates are teachers that are in disguise, right? They're teaching you in different ways, maybe to stand up for yourself. Maybe they're abusive or they're condescending, or you don't feel like you can trust yourself, right? There's all this doubt in your relationship about you and your abilities and your capabilities. Well, your spiritual lesson could be, oh, I have to stand up for myself in this relationship. As soon as you get the lesson and you act on it, you're done, right? The karma is done. The karma is clear. The karma made to serve their purpose, and you serve your purpose in their life, right? Okay, so let's go to, these are just a few things, right? I could go on, and this could be like a whole video just on karma mates, but I just want to keep it like brief, just to stir the pot a little bit to get you reflecting. So Dharma mates, or a Dharmic relationship, well, how will you know? Well, my physical body feels immediately comfortable in their presence. My body, so you tune into your body will not lie to you. Your body will tell you the truth. Oh, my physical body feels really comfortable with this person. I feel relaxed, right? There's not this undercurrent of fear. I feel empowered to be my authentic self, right? That other person's not trying to change me. It's not trying to change me. And it's like my authentic self, right? Maybe you're in a bad habit or something. Well, your dharmic mate will point it out to you. I've noticed that you do this, like you drink a lot. You're drinking every night or something like that. But it's not coming from a place of judgment and control and power. It's like concern, right? It's a slow boil. Karma mates is compulsion. It's immediate, like, oh, that we looked across the room and we fell in love. No, you didn't. You recognized each other as karma, right? There's my karma, right? And then boom, you come together to pay off this karma. So dharmic mates are the slow boil. It's not the emotionality. It's a slow boil. It's relaxed, right? This is the long lasting that we want. You appreciate your differences, right? That you're not, this isn't about, Dharma is not about sameness percent in a sense, right? Like, you're just because someone's on your fractal line doesn't mean you're twins. Do you know what I mean? You're still different and unique, but there's a comfortability there, right? These are your soul allies, the Dharma. So you appreciate one another's differences. You're not trying to change each other. Self-sovereign, right? Self-sovereign. This means you're not giving your power over to the external or to that other person. You appreciate and respect that other person's reflection, because that's what a relationship is a mirror. I appreciate my Dharma partner reflecting this back to me, but ultimately I have to make my own decisions, right? That's what it means to be self-sovereign. You look to your higher self, right? Ultimately, of course, you've got your strategy and authority in human design, which is just a raft to get you to this, to your higher self. And then there's unconditional love, right? Which means there's no attachment. I love that person when they're here, and I love that person when they're not here. There's no the ups and downs, right? The ups and downs. There's no attachment. This unconditional love isn't the dope ego hit, you know? It's the slow burn, right? It's just this neutral frequency. And ultimately, it's when, the Dharma mate's really teaching you to love yourself, to love yourself. And when you unconditionally love yourself, then you're going to love others. It will just overflow from you, right? So there's a few things to note for this lunar eclipse, right? And so if you look at your relationships right now, and you probably know who these karma mates are, then you're going to see this like elevate. You need to elevate up your perspective to a soul perspective. That's where you want to be looking at your life from. You want to look at the big picture, right? So yes, it will be painful to let go of these because it's attachment, right? It's attachment. And the lunar eclipse will do it for you. If you don't do it, it's going to be very, very clear who these people are, right? And then, but have the big picture. Like ultimately this is serving me. And this is a good philosophy to have anyway. Anything that's being taken away from me is making room for something better that's more aligned with me, you know? Okay. So that's what I wanted to say about that. And then let's go back here. Okay. Okay. Well, somebody just mentioned that's been my personal hardest lesson and point of resistance is stand up for yourself. Yeah. I'd have to look at your chart, but Rumpel, if you've got or Enoch, sorry, if you've got the open solar plexus right here, see this? The open solar plexus? That the open solar plexus. Just want to make sure that you're okay, you're seeing my highlight. Is this is the area of your emotions, right? And so people that have an open solar plexus, their mind comes in and says, you can't do this. It's about avoiding confrontation and truth because you amplify whatever emotional state that person is in. They send it out, they transmit that emotional energy, and then you, if it's open, you're going to take it in and you're going to amplify it, and then you're going to send it back out, right? And so the mind will say to you, avoid confrontation and truth, right? So you've got to, this is why it's good to know your human design type. And this is what my online relationship retreat is going to give you all kinds of hot tips about this, right? Okay. So let's look at this full moon. So the eclipses come in twos, right? So this is the lunar eclipse. This is letting go, and then the solar eclipse is setting something in motion. So this is really like pushing you forward, warp speed. And so you're going to feel this for 6 months after, right? It's ripples. Right. So collectively, we're gonna see something. So lunar eclipses, they say, is more internal. It's a more internal change. And then the solar eclipses are more we see it out in the external world. But I feel like we'll see both. We're gonna see changes in the external world, and then we're have deep internal change shifts and changes too. Okay. So let's talk about this 18.2 and look at I don't think I've talked about this, the little triangle. See the little triangle and the 18.2? This is the lunar eclipse. It's where the moon is. That means it's fixed and it's in detriment. It's fixed energy and it's in detriment. And it correlates to this two of swords, the 18.2. So the 18 you can see is off the spleen right there, right? This is our ancient awareness system, the splenic awareness system. And the only other one activated is the 57, which is the south node. So this whole channel is about correcting what is spoiled, correcting what is spoiled. So it's about fixing. So that each one of these is fears, right? Wherever you see a number in the spleen, it correlates to a fear. And the 18 is fear of authority, fear of authority, right? So this goes right back to your childhood, and your first authority figure was your mother, or your father, right? A parent. Um, so there's the 18. So it's fear. Okay, so keep that in mind with the lunar eclipse, because this could be preventing you from standing up for yourself. Well, I have this deep, deep fear that I've had since childhood that I've never dealt with. I've never integrated. So I just shy away, right? I don't stand up. And, if we bring this to the collective, right? Bring that to the collective in terms of relationships and letting go of these karmic relationships. You could even say we've got a karmic relationship with our rulers, right? The ones that have this material power over us, which is an illusion, right? But letting go of that. And why have we stayed in this Stockholm syndrome relationship with the rulers is this fear of authority. right? And we're conditioned not to question authority, right from children. Children, we're seen and not heard. Respect your elders. Never question any kind of authority, external authority, right? Don't even challenge teachers in school. Any of that. We're taught to be little compliant, obedient sheep. Well, the lunar eclipse is taking this away, so it'll be interesting what will happen in the external world, right, with this energy. And remember, it's rippling all year round, and it's about our relationships. But that's an aside. And so let's look at the 18.2. Right, whoops. Here. This thing off here. Okay. So the 18.2, so it's a 0.2. So this is about correction. So if you have this natally, you're always going to see flaws, right? So, I always use an example if you get renovations done, the workers have been there all week long doing it. Maybe you got your kitchen renovated or something, and then you walk in, and if you got that 18, you're going to go straight to the one tiny little flaw. You're just designed to do that, to see the flaw, right? So the 18's like you see what's, and we're bringing this to our relationships. I see where this person needs to be fixed, right? I see where this person needs correction, needs to be corrected, right? And then the 18.2, it's the keynote of terminal disease, and it means that you give up, right? There's no hope in fixing this anymore. I've tried everything. I've emotionally poured myself into this person. Physically, I've poured myself into this person, right? Financially, I've poured myself into this person. I've tried everything to get them to change. And the 18.2 is like, I've had enough. They don't want my help. There's nothing more that I can do, right? I have to let this go. So this is about moving on, right? The 18.2 is about moving on. And so with the moon there, this is the realization, right? So maybe you're not there yet, right? Because it's only March 15th, but we're all feeling this energy coming. And it's like, I have to let go of this. It's killing me. And it's keeping me from my true soul allies who really do want your help, right? They really do want your help and support. Um, so it can bring confrontations too, right? For this cycle, it can bring a confrontation that brings all the truth to the surface. Maybe that other person's been playing you a bit. Oh yeah, I'll do the change. I'll do the change, right? I'll make those changes, right? But remember, the North Node is in Aries, right? Remember, we got to go back to this karmic axis. Aries is like, show me the actions. I'm watching your actions. I'm not watching the words. That's Libra, right? Libra's an air sign. You got a good flap about it. You can talk circles and you can convince me and persuade me that you're going to change. But this is what I'm watching is your actions, right? Because actions speak, right? Louder than words. The old cliche. It's there. It's stayed this long for a reason. So you know that that yeah, to just move on. So collectively, I think too, it's like we're going to realize that these systems are the Titanic and they're going down and they can't be corrected and fixed at this point. They're too corrupt. It's like a house that's lost its integrity. That's so funny because this 18 is the gift of integrity, that it's lost its integrity, its structure, and it's collapsing, and there's nothing you can do to prop it up anymore. You've got to decimate it, demolish it, and then start again. And I feel like that's what's going to happen to us collectively. We're going to see the truth of these systems that aren't working anymore. They're too corrupt. They can't be corrected. They need to be torn down and then something replace it that's better, that's more aligned with the future of humanity, right? So this is wanting to change people that don't want to change. And this can create, with this energy, with this 18.2 energy, it can create a lot of tension in the body. It creates tension in the body. Remember, when you're not being authentic, when you're not being your authentic self, it totally creates tension and tension in your body. That comes through illness, right? Illness and problems with the body because you're out of balance, right? The 18.2, it's Libra, you're out of balance. It's out of balance. You're the one giving, 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 and then this other person is not receiving. It's not even reaching for you, right? So it's going to create this tension in your body. Your physical body's going to show you where you're off, right? So you're either going to accept this. I accept this. Yes, I finally get it. The lights are on. This person will never change. I'm letting go. I'm not continuing this script anymore, or I refuse. And that's when the universe steps in. It's like, okay, she's not busting a move here. We'll do it for her. And then, right, the split will happen that way, right? It's going to happen one way or another, but it's all for your benefit, right? Um, okay. What else do I want to say about that 18.2? Yeah, it's just making room, right? It's making room for something that's much more aligned with you. And what else? Oh, we have to look at the ruler, right? So the moon is in Libra and the ruler is Venus. So I have to look at Venus, and Venus is in doubt, the gate of doubt right there. See it from the head? This is the crown chakra. So this is a mental pressure to come up with a logical reason why I shouldn't leave this person, this 18.2, right? And remember, with human design, you never, ever, 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 ever make decisions from your mind, right? You have your own strategy and your own authority. Never make decisions from the mind. The mind is just a tool, right? So it's going to doubt, 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 doubt. Did I make the right decision? I can't do this. And then the back and forth. And it's all about logic, right? Logic and reason. That is not a good place for you to be right now as we come into this new 400-year cycle. So you'll have to deal with doubt, right? And it's interesting that the Two of Swords in tarot, right? This, I didn't pick this intuitively. This goes right straight to the 18.2 moon lunar eclipse, is that this is also a little bit of a doubt energy to it as well. So this is about the choice. You're here to make a choice for this lunar eclipse, right? So you can see that she's crossed, right? The Two of Swords are crossed. This is mental. Swords are mental. And she's got her blindfold on, but it's barely covering her eyes. So it's a little bit of fake, a little bit of fakeness here. So this is saying that you have to make a choice, right? That you have to make a choice. And right now you've been in decision. You haven't been able to decide, right? You've been in that space of indecision and stuckness, right? And blind avoidance. So this is I know what I need to do, but I'm hemming and hawing. I'm in this energy of doubt, 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 doubt. Well, what if it's not that bad, talking yourself out of your feelings, things like that. You're up in your head, right? You're not where the power is. The power right now is your feelings, right? Your feelings are where your power is, and your intuition is where your power is. It's not your mind, your logical mind. This is going through the pros and cons list and just going in circles, right? With the two of swords. So it's about making a decision, finally making a decision, and then going in trust and faith, right? Trust and faith. And you can see here with the solar eclipse, which I'll do a big video on. This is like out of the park, this. So this is April 8th. It's the solar eclipse. So the lunar eclipse is preparing us for this, the April 8th solar eclipse. Look at this Aries party, all in the seventh house, right? It's all about our relationships. And look at this, Chiron, 19 degrees, 24 minutes. It's only 1 minute away. It's like only 1 minute away from Chiron, Sun, and Moon together, right? And the North Node is only like less than 4 degrees away there, right? So this is, and it's in the 51, right? It's in the 51.5. And this is the 51. I'm preparing you for what's coming, right? But you need to let go. So you need that burden off of you so that you can embrace this energy. And the 51, that's about making that jump. This is your willpower, and making that jump into your higher self, making that jump. This is unconditional love, right? The 25, that's unconditional love. This is the city of awakening. It's awakening. It's a portal. It's about jumping in through that portal. It's about getting on another timeline, right? Into another completely different, unknown relationship paradigm. Karmic relationships are very familiar in a bad sense, in the negative sense, right? We know that because we've been through them so many, many, many times. This is the new, right? This is the new, the 51. So this is preparing you for this, but it's the 51.5, and that means I surrender. I'm not using my own personal will to make that leap. I'm actually using my will to surrender to divine will, right? This is trust and faith and moving into the new, you know? And this is all about you. It's all about your destiny, right? Because there's so much Aries here. So there's a big potential for a lot of healing, right? During this eclipse season. It's very, very exciting. And oh, the cards. I forgot to mention the cards. I don't want to get too much into this because I'm going to be doing a big video on it. But it's the Three of Wands, right? So the moon is 1923. See that? It's 19 degrees, 23 minutes. So that means it's like on the cusp of the decans, right? So the Three of Wands is I made my choice. The guy with the Three of Wands, I made my choice, and I hope I got my wand, and now I'm waiting to make that leap, right? I know what I want, right? I know what I want. And then where you're making the leap to is the Four of Wands, and that's the stability, that's the home, that's the celebration, right? That's the other side, like welcome home, right? Okay, and it's totally aligned with the north node, of course, because that's what makes it an eclipse, part of it. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to mention too, that it's because it's Aries, right? So the ruler of Aries is Mars. Look at that. It's in the 63. Doubt again. So that's going to be a big theme through the eclipse season is this doubting ourselves, right? Doubting, like, can I do this? Do I have what it takes to do this? Can I take care of myself? Right? Will this really work? Because of, what we're letting go of is fear of the future. That's the self node is in the 57. And there can be a lot of fear of the future when you don't have a partner, but your partner is always big G. Your partner is always the divine, right? You're never alone. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay. So let me look at some comments and then we'll go right to the readings here. Seventh house is loaded. You said it. Hey, look at that. Do we need any more neon lights for the eclipse season? Yeah. Trust the universe. 100% trust the universe. Everything, even if it looks like the most horrible thing happening in your life. No, I have faith. I have trust. We're being spiritually tested right now, right? Not everybody's going to make that leap, right, into that new paradigm. That people are going to cling to the old, right? They'll cling to the old ways. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to get going because it looks like, yeah, okay. Um, okay, we're going to go to the types. Now I'm going to do a reading and hopefully that's good. I don't know about you guys, but I was going through a really hard time for the last 2 weeks. And yesterday I felt the energy start to shift. But this is all this purification process, right? So it can be going on through your body, right? Through your relationships, through your finances. It's the soul it's throwing off, right? All this old toxicity. That's a word, like to get rid of all toxicity in your life. Right? You've got to be up. Your vibration has to be up to get through this portal. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start with the generators. And I'm going to do the tarot cards again. I enjoyed that last time. And so what we're going to look at generators, if you didn't watch the beginning of this video, is we're talking about the lunar eclipse. And then we're talking about a choice. Okay, because the lunar eclipse correlates to the Two of Swords. Okay, so I want to draw two cards and see what choices the generators, the generators give you more guidance, what the generators have to let go of. Okay. The thing with the Two of Swords energy too, it's if you've ever done this, if you've ever flipped a coin, I'm just going to flip a coin and let the coin make the decision for me. Or you maybe done this with tarot too, and you don't like the answer you got. Why don't you like the answer you got? Right? It's because you already know the answer. You already know the answer. We all know what we need to do, right? It's just the mind and the ego that are trying to postpone it. Okay. So this is for our generator friends who have the opening enveloping aura. They're here to respond. And when they do, they feel fulfilled. And when they don't, they feel frustrated. And this is the generators listening to their mind, listening to the doubts. All right, that's the ruler of this lunar eclipse is doubt. And it's just a mental pressure. It's just what your mind does. Okay. So we're looking at the choices. Two choices. Get more clarity on that for the generators. And it's around your relationships, generator. Okay. So what's the first one for generator? Okay. Got one. What you're choosing. Okay. Okay. So what's your choice here? Okay. So the generators, the Two of Swords. Let's bring up the Two of Swords again so you can see it. Okay, there's the generator. They're in the sword energy. They're not listening to their navel at all, right? That's this energy. Not listening to that. I'm just up in my head, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So what are you back and forth about? We got the Empress card. This is like Earth Mama energy. This is Venus. Look, love, 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 love. I love myself. I nurture myself, right? It's beautiful. It's attractive, right? It's yin. It's very yin. It's feminine, right? And then you've got the 4 wands right here. So I really feel with the generators, the choice is between self first and then your home, right? Because the 4 wands is home, right? So this is like, am I going to nurture myself, right? Am I going to nurture myself? I'm going to care about myself. I'm going to love, or I'm going to love myself. Am I going to be kind and compassionate to myself? Can I fully express my creativity? Can I trust? Can I trust in my sacral? Right? This is magnetism, the divine feminine, right? The Empress. She attracts. This is your sacral. This is your aura, attracts everything to you. Or am I worrying about my family? Right? So the doubt. Maybe the family's coming in and planting seeds of doubt for you about what you need to do with your life, right? So there may be a relationship dynamic that has to go. And it's okay to separate from your family for a while. I had to do it, right? We all have to do it. It's like, oh no, I need to physically separate from my family so that I can really know myself, so that I can really nurture and care for myself. So this could be the 2 of Swords energy, right? So just to meditate on this and to trust, right? That's what I'm really hearing, is to trust in your yin, trust in your feminine. This is the generator world we live in. We live in your world as generators, and it's very yin, right? So everything you need is coming to you. And maybe someone in your home is like with the 18.2, remember? This is like letting go of the people you can't fix, letting go of the people that they don't want your help, generators. They don't want your help. And it's going to be a family member, to let them go and walk away and choose self first. And this totally, right, moves away from our conditioning. How dare you think of yourself first, right? But this is the best thing you can do for the planet right now, because when you embrace this Empress energy and really love yourself, right? Not narcissistic love, but really love yourself. Let that frequency of love, right, emanate from you. That shifts everything. It shifts the field of human consciousness. So that's what I see there as your decision. It's like, am I going to choose myself or other people in my family, right? Who don't want my help. No, they may say they want your help, but they don't, right? So just to look at that in truth with this 18.2, it's like, no, I'm not going to help people that don't want my help anymore. And that's a tough decision to make, but you're choosing you. You want to choose you in this lifetime. This is your soul's journey. When you're on your deathbed and you're taking your last breath, your family's not going to be with you. It's just going to be you and your soul, right? It's just you and your soul. Um, what else did I want to say about that? So don't go into your head about it, right? This is the ruler of the lunar eclipse, and it's doubt. So not getting into your head about making your decision. Go to your sacral. And the beauty of generators is their strategy is really easy. You just have to listen to your yes or no. And your yes or no from your sacral is gonna let you know what's correct for you and what's not correct for you, you know? And that then you can really help other people when you're in that frequency of love yourself, you know? Otherwise you can't. Your cup's not full, right? You need to fill your cup up first as a generator. And if generators are exhausted, That's a really bad sign you're not operating correctly. That means you're draining yourself, you're giving your energy away, you know? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So trust your sacral for this lunar eclipse. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So let's go for the manifesting generator. And so we're talking about this lunar eclipse, which is in the 18.2 coming off the spleen. And this is a fear of authority. Fear of authority, right? That's where it comes from. And it originates from your original authority, which is mother or father, parental figure, right here. So this would be like not standing up, right? Not standing up. This is all about your relationships, 18.2, and it's about making a choice, right? So remember the lunar eclipse is in this Two of Swords energy. So it's about making a choice, making a choice. And so this person, MG, is caught up in the mind, right? Swords represent mind, and they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they're in this energy of doubt. That's the ruler of the lunar eclipse, right? Doubting when you do make a decision, right? Then the mind gets in there and doubts it, right? Or it gets projected outward and somebody is doubting you, right? So it's about a choice that needs to be made. And so we're going to pick tarot cards. And I'm going to put these back in because they're powerful cards in case another type gets them. And we're going to look at these two choices for the MGs for this lunar eclipse. And maybe you already have an idea what you need to let go of. This is about karmic relationships, right? And it's not just the physical person, dynamics, like karmic dynamics that have to go. Okay. So this is for our manifesting generator friends. Put this up. Manifesting generator friends. We want to know about the lunar eclipse for the EJs. What are the choices? More clarity for the MGs for this lunar eclipse. Well, goodness. That was weird. Okay, I'll take them. Okay, manifesting generators. Your choice here is the Temperance card. That's like the angel. See the angel there? Or the Eight of Swords. Looks like a no-brainer to me, right? See, look at her and the Eight of Swords. Similar a bit to the Two of Swords, eh? These are victim thoughts. These are victim thoughts. So let's look at the so this is victim, right? Victim mentality right here. And really, it would be she's got like a ribbon around her, right? She could like break free from that easily. And then she's got that blindfold again. And then the swords really aren't a prison, right? They don't completely surround her, so she could just walk away. She could walk away. But what she's fallen for with the Eight of Swords is she's fallen for the mind, right? So this is mental. This is a mental belief system, right? So we're talking about karmic relationships, right? We're talking about ancestral karma as well. Remember that we're paying off the karmic debts of our ancestors, right? In 2024, and the lunar eclipse is freeing us, right? Freeing us. Okay, so you've got this, the Eight of Swords. This could maybe hand it down to you, MGs from your family, from your ancestral line. And then the Temperance card, right? And this is about patience. It's about balance, balancing the masculine and the feminine energy. And it's about moderation. It's about harmony and flow, harmony and flow. Um, and it's Sagittarius, right? It's ruled by Sagittarius. The what did I want to say about this? Okay. So with this, okay, I see what I see now. So the Eight of Swords is trying to mentally figure this out, right? I'm trying to mentally figure this out, right? And I feel victimized. What does that mean? It means that I can't see a way out. I can't see a way out. There's just a this or that choice. That's the mind, this or that. There's just this or that. And both choices put me in this state of victim, right? And so what this is saying, oh, it's reminding me of the story actually. This is saying to go with the flow. This is major arcana energy. This is way powerful. This always trumps the minor, right? The minor arcana. Um, and this is about going more with the flow and relaxing, right? It's about relaxing into this. So this is like sometimes sometimes to struggle against something makes it worse. Makes it worse. I'm going to struggle. I'm going to force this thing to happen. It makes it worse instead of I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to relax into it and I'm going to let things just unfold naturally. So for the MGs and the MGs, right, they're not going to be good at this, right? Because they've got so much energy, is to take a moderate approach. It doesn't have to be so extreme. That's what it's saying. That's what's keeping you stuck. And you're taking this extreme approach to the situation instead of like, I'm just going to relax and I'm going to I'm going to let the divine do some work. Let the divine, this is grace that I talked about in my last video, right? I'm just going to let the divine energy, the energy of grace, let this situation, whatever the situation, and involves your relationships, to just to do the work. And I just have to watch. I don't have to be out there do. This is a very yin feminine time. This is the world that we're moving every day that passes. We're moving closer and closer and closer into the more yin feminine energy. And this is your aura. Just like the generators, you attract everything to you, right? And then you respond with your sacral. So this is telling me that the do has been putting you in this mental prison, basically, and it's just your mind. So no more listening to the mind. The mind, you'll never keep up with the mind. The mind is above time and space, and it moves so quickly that it's got all these things that you should be doing. You can't keep up with it. You'll exhaust yourself, right? That's what this Eight of Swords is saying. So the choice is a no-brainer. The choice is I'm going to take a moderate approach. I'm going to stay relaxed. I'm going to trust in faith that life will take care of life. Life will take care of life, MGs, for this lunar eclipse. Yeah. Okay. And to let go. And anything else here? And the only thing I want to say is to watch out for is doubt, because that's the ruler of the lunar eclipse, is the gate of doubt there. Yeah. Okay. And in terms of authority, make your authority your higher self, right? Your authority now is your higher self. It's not a person outside of you. Yeah. And life, to me, these cards are saying that life will show you very, very clearly, right? If there's any uh, action that needs to be taken, but your decision is to choose this. I'm going to relax and I'm going to trust. that this situation will unknot itself. Whatever knot I'm in, it's going to unknot itself. Okay. That's what I got for the MGs. And then let's go for the manifestors. And the manifestors piped up last video. I really liked hearing from the manifestors. And I want to say manifestors do listen, right? They do take note. Okay. So manifestors. So you've got the closed and repelling aura. You're here to share and inform and then initiate and make things happen. And when you operate correctly, you feel at peace. The manifestor wants to feel at peace. So the lunar eclipse is in the 18.2, and it's about letting go of something or someone, most likely someone, that doesn't want your help, doesn't want to be told what to do, is not going to change. They're not going to change. And this is the realization, this lunar eclipse, that no, they're not going to change. I finally get it, right? It's illuminating something, but it's going to come with emotions, right? It's going to become with emotions, whatever they are, sadness, grief, you know? So let's do, I'm going to pick 2 tarot cards for you because the lunar eclipse correlates to this 2 of swords. So it's about making a choice. It's about making a choice. Okay. I'm going to put these cards back in just in case they come up again. Okay. So this is for our manifestor friends for this lunar eclipse. And maybe there's a fear of informing, right? Manifestors. Maybe you've got the divine download, but there's a fear of informing with a particular relationship. There's a fear with the manifestors that their initiation won't be accepted by the other. Okay, so this is for the manifestors. Do they need to know? Do they need to know for this 2 of swords energy in the lunar eclipse? Mhm. Mhm. Well, there's 1. That's too many, but we got 1. Yeah, no, another 1. Mhm. No, this one eclipse. It's there, finally. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Just want to check something here. Okay. So you got the Justice manifestors, you got the Justice card right there. See him, Justice. That's a major arcana, another one. And then the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. So this is a karmic card, right? Justice is all about karma and balance. And it's ruled by Libra too. That fits with the moon. So it's karma. It's about truth revealed, some kind of truth revealed. Yeah, truth is a big word for that, and it's balancing karma. Um, and then the Six of Wands, which is victory. It's about victory. It's a celebration card. It's recognition. It's recognition. I almost feel that I don't almost feel. I feel that this is not necessarily a conscious choice on your part because the mind is in different levels, right? Manifestors, you got your conscious mind, but then you have your unconscious, and we're talking about deep karma, right? That we're releasing for this lunar eclipse, right? This energy is powerful and it ripples. It's going to ripple for at least 6 months afterwards, right? And it's preparing you for the solar eclipse. It's preparing you for the new. So the choice here, I just hear the word guilt, right? So maybe you're going through some kind of guilt dynamic that you don't know where it comes from. And go back if you haven't heard my video where I go into the difference between the karma mates and the dharma. Well, with the karma mates, there can be this sense of guilt. I just feel guilty. I don't know why I feel guilty around this person. I don't know where it's coming from. And what you do, right? And maybe you're aware of it, maybe you're not. Just open your mind to this, that what we do is we try to pay off that guilt, right? I'm going to try to pay off that guilt. And you may not even be aware of it, what you're doing, right? So in this relationship, the 18.2 relationship, the person that you're trying to fix doesn't want to be fixed. They don't want to change. There could be this guilt dynamic that's within you, and you're trying to pay off this guilt, and that's like, I have to fix this person. If it kills me, I have to fix this person. All your energy going to this other person that doesn't want to be fixed, doesn't want your help, doesn't want to change, right? Yeah, and wanting that balance and right, the balance and justice, right? This is what this justice card is about, the Libra. Um, well, let's go back to here. So there could be that going on with your choice, and that's keeping you from making a choice, right? That guilt may be keeping you from making a choice, right? You're not making a choice, not making a choice. Yeah, in a relationship because of this guilt. So what you do is you forgive yourself, right? That's the answer. This goes for all guilt. So there's natural guilt, it's like, oh, I was out of character there, and you feel like a little niggling of guilt. I shouldn't have said that, and it's like, okay, what can I do? Well, maybe I'll go back and apologize so that I can be clear, so my conscience can be clear, right? That's the natural guilt. That's good guilt. But if we've got free flowing guilt and you don't know where it's coming from, there's nothing you can do to repay it because you don't know where it's coming from, right? You have no idea. You just want to get rid of this guilt, right? To get rid of this guilt is you forgive yourself. So after your sadhana practice, your meditation practice, or just go deep into prayer, just I forgive myself. I forgive myself for any wrongdoing that I've done to this person. This person's going to bring up the guilt, right? Whoever that person is, and I'm going to forgive myself, right? And what happens when you do that? The divine brings this grace, this energy of grace to you, and this is like you're forgiven, right? As you forgive, so you're forgiven. Okay. And then this is what you want. The choice is you want victory, right? You want victory. So something in your life, you want to be in this state, but then you're stuck here, right? Well, I can't be recognized, right? I can't be whatever dream that's coming, whatever, because you're a manifester, whatever divine download you're getting, and you're not sharing, and you're certainly not initiating because you got this dragging you down, right? So this is if it's karma, then it's going to be released for this lunar eclipse. You're going to be free of it, right? So this is the stuckness, the Two of Swords stuckness. So don't go into doubt, right? That's the ruler. That's the ruler of it's Venus, right? The ruler of this eclipse, right? Is the 63. So not to go into doubt, needing answers like why is this here? Why do I feel this guilt? Just let it go. It's like when when you're deleting tons of files on your computer, you don't go through each one. You say, like, I'm just going to delete it all, or your spam folder. I'm not going to read everything in my spam folder. I'm just going to delete it all. Yeah. And this is the celebration. This is your Dharma, right? This is your Dharma. So letting go of these karmic relationships where you feel this guilt, right? This guilt. Okay. So, because that's just going to keep you down, right? Way down. Okay. Anything else for the manifestors there? Yeah. No, that's it. Okay. Well, I really hope that helps manifestors. Okay. So let's go for the projectors and the focus and absorbing aura. And so if you haven't listened to this video, projectors, we're talking about this lunar eclipse right here in the 18.2. So this is trying to help people that don't want your help. And so the projector's got a leg up on this one, on this energy, right? Because they've got something called bitterness, and this helps them to know, no, that person is not for me, right? I'm not here to guide them. I'm not here to fix them. But maybe you've got a karmic relationship, right, with someone, projector, where you're trying to fix them, and it could be anyone. It could be your partner, could be a work colleague, could even be your child, a sibling, right? That you're trying to fix. And the 18.2 is saying they don't want to be fixed. You've got to let go of these people that don't want your help, right? So that those other ones, the Dharma mates, can start coming to you, the ones that are destined, right, for your guidance, so that you can be successful. So I'm going to pick two tarot cards because the tarot card for the eclipse is the Two of Swords right there, right? So it's like, what choice do you need to make? Right, there we can see it better there. What's your choice? Where are you stuck, right? Two of Swords. I'm stuck in my head about something. What is it? This is for our projector friends. We want to know what these choices are for this lunar eclipse. Choices. Two choices. It's way too many. There's like four choices there. Okay. What are the projectors? Okay. That's interesting. So you got the Fool card right there. It's the very beginning, 0. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles right there, the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So the choice is, well, the Fool is the beginning of the journey, right? It's the beginning of the journey. And it's a leap of faith. right? This is about the leap of faith right there. He's about to jump off the cliff or step off the cliff, not jump, right? He's beginning on his journey, the Fool. And this is about a new beginning. It's about an adventure, right? It's about an adventure. Um, and it's ruled by Uranus too. And then you've got the Three of Pentacles, and that's all about other people. It's about working with other people. It's about working with, collaborating with other people. I want to see that one more closely here. Okay. So teamwork. So the Fool is on his own, isn't he? And then the the Three of Pentacles is working together and collaborating with others to achieve your goals. Um, well, let's bring it back to projector land. And so in order to work with people, remember, you need to be recognized, right? You can't be the Fool and just like go into a group of people as a projector and I'm taking over. I'm going to guide everybody here. That's not going to work. They're not going to open their aura to you. You have to be recognized and then invite it and then invite it. So, okay. And this brings you this feeling of success. Success. Okay. Where I just had a thought and it just disappeared for the projector. Okay, so let's bring in these archetypes. The 18.2 is trying to fix someone that doesn't want your help. No help. Not want your help. They don't want your guidance. They don't recognize you. They don't want to move. They don't want to move. Yeah. So it could be someone in your workplace because it's the Three of Pentacles, so it's all other people. So it could be someone in your workplace that doesn't want to be fixed, doesn't want your help. Um, I feel like, the Fool is really this 51. That's where my mind goes. Okay. Is the 51 is a bit of the Fool energy, isn't it? And this is where we're going for the solar eclipse, right? So the solar eclipse is up here, right there, right? And the moon's in the 51.5 there. And that's Aries. That's totally the Fool energy there. Okay. Okay. So maybe that's it. That's it. Is you're preparing. That's what it is, projectors. You're preparing, right? The lunar eclipse is letting go, right, of this dynamic. This is more of an inner dynamic, I feel, for the projectors. It's letting go of this dynamic, right? Of wanting to help, remember, we're talking about karma mates, right? And karma mates always come with a compulsion, right? I have to fix that other person. I have to fix them. I don't know why. I'm just compelled. I'm compelled. I've got to pay this karmic debt. I'm not even saying those words out loud, but that's my energy. I have to fix this person. And the 18.2 is like, I do not want to be fixed, right? So maybe this has been a pattern for you, and now it's time to let it go for this lunar eclipse, is fixing the people that don't want your help, right? That they don't want your help. I'm reminded of this when I was teaching Kundalini yoga and meditation in 3D way back, way, way back. and there'll be a room full of people, and you may know this as a teacher because you're really there to serve the group energy, right? So it's always a balance because there's some people that they go too hard, right? They go too hard and they need to relax a little bit. And then there's the other lazy ones that aren't working hard enough, right? So it's like the balance. As soon as you say keep up, right? You can do better than the ones that are going hard. They go even harder, and the ones that are they don't want to try. They don't want to make the effort. They actually get worse. Right. So like there's this balance to hold, right? So I noticed with my mind would always go to the person that didn't want to try. They didn't want effort, right? They didn't want effort. And I ended up wasting my energy. And then I learned pretty quickly not to do that anymore. And that was really about me and my own shadow, right? Projected out onto the external. So there might be that for you, this compulsion. And as soon as you're in that energy, the compulsion, I can't control myself. I've got to, I've got to, I've got to. That's when you're out of your power. You're out of alignment with your projector nature. And so to me, it's about taking this, embracing this energy. You can't, and this will come out in groups, right? Groups of people as a projector, it's going to come out. It's going to come. That's what this is showing me. That energy, the compulsion energy, is going to come out in your family, will come out in your workplace, wherever there's a group of friends, maybe. This will come out, this energy, and to let this go. Because projectors really have to learn about their energy, right? You have to really learn about your energy. You are not an energy being, right? You don't have the same energy as the MGs and the Gs. You got to value that precious energy, right? And then take more of this approach. I don't know what it's going to look like. I've got this new way of being. My new way of being is similar to the MG. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to have an adventure, right? I'm going to embrace this adventure. And it's really going to take off for the solar eclipse, right? This Fool energy, not getting tied down in this old way, trying to be a generator in your projector, right? Trying to be in the generator world. Yeah. Competing, right? With the generators, and you're not being yourself. You're not being your authentic self. So it's about taking a leap of faith and what might happen, right? The great adventure, what might happen. Third lines know this. What might happen if I just let go? Where will life take me? What adventure will life take me on? I love one master said, um, Papa G, if you know Papa G, the student was asking him, do you plan, right? Do you plan? How do you make plans, right? And he said, I wake up and where my slippers start moving and I jump in my slippers and I go where my slippers take me. That's the Fool energy, right? That's the Fool energy. So to me, it's about embracing this energy and letting go of this work. This is workaholism and, exhausting yourself. The workaholics are projectors. The not self projectors are nightmares, right? They work themselves. They want to compete with the generators and they can't, right? It's not them. So the Fool is like, I'm going to trust. What's going to happen? What adventures will life bring to me if I just trust? What if I'm playful, right? What if I trust my aura 100% that the people that are meant for me are going to be totally attracted to me, and then I can guide them, right? That I don't have to go out and do and compete, right? In the marketplace with with generators and manifesting generators. Yeah, and it's about not holding back, right? This is committing. 10 toes on the ground at all times. I'm committing to this moment, right? To this adventure, to my life, right? So this is about embracing your innocence, like let your innocence be your guide. Yeah. And be open and free and curious as a projector. So it's a new beginning, new adventure. So it's just really interesting to me that this card was chosen during a letting go, because this is a new card. Yeah. So maybe the new will start for you during this lunar eclipse. You're going to see that old die away and the new start to emerge effortlessly as a projector. Okay, so no doubts, no doubt. That's the ruler of the eclipse. Don't let that doubt get in. Okay, what else for the projectors? Anything else for the projectors? Oh, my eye goes to here. Mercury for the lunar eclipse is this is the shadow of expectation, right? So this is the thinking, expecting something bad to happen. That's a big one. So, right, to watch your mind marry with this doubt, right? Doubt that good things can happen in my life. Remember, the world is changing really rapidly, and we're really going to see it after the solar eclipse. It's going to fast forward really, really fast, that we need to embrace the new world, especially as projectors, right? It's making a place for projectors and 6-line profile people, right? It's going to become more and more our world, right? So to embrace that, this new journey, right? And you'll be ready for the portal on April 8th. Okay. Okay. Thank you, projectors, and hopefully that helped you. I pray for that. Okay. So let's go for the reflectors to wrap it up. Reflectors. Only 1% of the world are reflectors. And maybe there's one listening right now. So we're talking about the lunar eclipse. We're in your world, reflectors, right? And this is about letting go of the people that don't want your help, right? They don't want your help. They don't want your reflection as a reflector. So I'm going to pick 2 cards because this correlates to the 2 of swords about a choice you have to make. Okay. Okay. So what do we have for the reflectors? 2 cards for the reflectors. 1. Okay. Oh. Okay. So the 2 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups right there. Okay. So the 7 of Cups is all about fantasies. It's all about fantasy, right? The 7 of Cups is fantasy, right? So not seeing things clearly. So seeing things that look really good on paper, right? But goes back to people. Let's bring this back to people. The 18.2s. These are the people that don't want to be, they don't want your reflection. They don't want to be fixed, right? And so maybe you're seeing them with rose-colored glasses. That's what the 7 of Cups is, right? I'm in a fantasy about this person. Of course I can fix them. They didn't really mean that when they said that. It's like, again, it's like to look at someone's actions, right? Look at their actions to determine that. And then you've got the 2 of Pentacles. So this is putting you in a stress state, right? In a stress state. Okay, but also let's look at it because it's about choices. So the 2 of Pentacles is about balance, right? It's about a balance. And it's Pentacles, so it's balancing your material world. Okay. So I mean, am I going to bring balance to my material world? Maybe my finances need to be cleaned up a little bit, how I spend my money, because this is Venus. Venus is the ruler of the lunar eclipse. Balance, or am I going to be in this fantasy, right? So this could be a codependent fantasy too. Oh, I don't need to do this. I don't need to worry about this balancing or taking care of myself in the material world. Somebody else can do it for me, right? This is the 18.2. And they're not, right? So this is like, okay, well, if I do this, then they'll do this for me, this tit for tat. And the lunar eclipse is like, no, that's not going to happen, right? That's not going to happen. So the great thing, reflectors, about the lunar eclipse is it will bring you a realization. So you'll see it. The moon illuminates, right? Um, and you'll feel it. You'll just feel the truth of it. And this fantasy, the Seven of Cups, this will just come to clear, like the fog will lift, and then you'll see in truth what it is, right? And then this is like, I'm going to choose this. I'm choosing myself. I'm going to take care of myself, like in the physical realm. That's what the Two of Pentacles is about, you know? And so look at the wave right behind him. So this is life. Life's in movement, but the pentacles are in movement, but there's a part of you that's not in movement, that's watching and observing this, right? You're the passenger in the car, in the limo, that you can handle it, right? To not be getting tricked by fantasies. That's what this lunar eclipse is saying, not to get trapped into fantasy land. Yeah. Um, and to not doubt it, right? The ruler of the lunar eclipse is 63. Okay, anything else for the the reflectors? My eye goes here. Jupiter's in the two, right? So that's the magnetic monopole is being activated too by Jupiter. It's expanding that energy, Taurus, right? The two, so that can really help you. It's just a trust. Yeah. Not the big message is don't get caught up in fantasy land. Yeah. Or addictions, right? Seven of Cups can be addictions, especially alcohol. The Seven of Cups represents alcohol. About numbing out, right? Not to numb out. Because remember, you're the reflector, you're the barometer of how we're doing, right? And collectively, we are not doing well right now, right? On the external. So let go of the people that don't want your help, that maybe have you in the Seven of Cups energy, right? That's not healthy for you. Maybe you're friends of habits, you know, to let them go so the new, your soul allies can come in, right? And that you can be surprised, right, by this group of people that get you, that understand you, and then leave these people that you're disappointed by. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I have. Everyone. Hopefully that provided some some kind of clarity, right? And I just did a little tiny video on the online retreat, so check that out. There's more details on that. I'm not feeling very articulate today, but it's the video is good and it will give you a rundown on what this retreat's all about. It's a deep healing experience. And this is our school, it's relationship school. So we have to get ready for this new relationship paradigm. So this is all based on the teachings of human design, which is very, very deep, goes very, very deep into the chart. So you want to have your own chart and your partner's chart or your child's chart. And then the great thing is you own the whole retreat afterwards, so you can go back like 2 years, 3 years later, this will never change, and go back and say, oh yeah, my relationship, I'm in a new relationship. I did that online retreat. And then you go back and you can look at their chart and the purpose of your relationship and your snags and your, right, and the things that spark you and all that kind of stuff. And how what your biggest evolutionary lesson is in terms of your relationships, what you're here to learn, which can really, really help us because we want to enter in relationship as ourselves. That's the new Aquarian relationship. not falling for this propaganda anymore. That's all our ancestral stuff. We're letting go of that. Okay. So I will see you in the next video and have a great weekend. Okay. Sat Nam Aloha, everyone. Bye-bye.